Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we unpack the latest twists and turns in South African politics, because let's be honest, this country's political scene could give any Netflix drama a serious run for its money. Today's story comes straight out of Cape Town, and it's one that has left many South Africans scratching their heads. Helen Zille, the Democratic Alliance's Federal Council chairperson, has just announced that her party, the DA, will defend President Cyril Ramaphosa against impeachment attempts linked to the Phala Phala scandal. Yes, you heard that right. The DA, the same party that once roasted Ramaphosa like a Sunday chicken over the scandal, is now coming to his rescue. Let's take a moment to absorb that. The DA, known for its fierce criticism of the ANC, is now standing shoulder to shoulder with Ramaphosa, all in the name of political stability and the Government of National Unity, or GNU as it's been branded. It's like watching your favorite football rivals suddenly hugging each other at halftime and saying, you know what, let's just share the trophy. During a media briefing at the DA's headquarters in Cape Town, Zille told reporters that the party's position had shifted from confrontation to cooperation. In her words, "We cannot allow political instability to derail the progress made under the Government of National Unity." She added that while the DA still supports transparency and accountability, the priority right now is to preserve continuity of governance. Now, this statement marks a major political U-turn. Just 2 years ago, the DA was demanding Ramaphosa's head on a platter over the Phala Phala farm scandal, a controversy that erupted after millions of US dollars were allegedly stolen and concealed at the president's Limpopo farm in 2020. It was one of the most embarrassing moments of his presidency, raising questions about everything from undeclared foreign currency to possible money laundering. Back then, the DA, along with the EFF and other opposition parties, called for impeachment proceedings. They accused Ramaphosa of breaching his oath of office and hiding critical information from Parliament. The story was all over the headlines, and it seemed like the DA was on a moral crusade to clean up government. But fast forward to today, and Helen Zille says the DA's duty now is to protect the country's democracy, not to target individuals. Her exact words were striking. She said, "The DA is not here to protect individuals, we are here to protect South Africa's democracy. An impeachment process right now would collapse the GNU and plunge the country into chaos." In other words, the DA believes that taking down Ramaphosa right now could take down the entire unity government, possibly causing another round of political instability, and that's something they're not willing to risk. Now, let's remember that the GNU was formed after South Africa's 2024 elections, which left the ANC without a majority for the first time in 3 decades. The DA, ANC, and several smaller parties had to come together to form a coalition government, a fragile arrangement held together by mutual necessity rather than mutual affection. So, for the DA to now step in and defend Ramaphosa, it shows just how delicate this political alliance really is. Behind closed doors, sources say this decision wasn't easy. According to senior DA insiders, the move was driven by extensive consultations within the GNU, where both the ANC and DA have major stakes. One source, speaking anonymously, said, "The stability of the unity government is paramount. We are working with the president, not against him." That statement alone tells you how much political calculation is at play. Meanwhile, opposition parties like the EFF and the MK Party are not impressed. They've renewed their calls for Parliament to reopen the Phala Phala inquiry, claiming they have new evidence of misconduct. They argue that the DA's newfound loyalty to Ramaphosa is nothing short of hypocrisy. Julius Malema and Jacob Zuma's MK Party have accused the DA of betraying its principles for the sake of power sharing. For them, this is not about stability, it's about political survival dressed up as moral responsibility. Political analysts are equally divided. Dr. Mfosibi, a respected commentator, said that the DA's move signals a pragmatic shift from opposition politics to coalition preservation. He noted that while the decision may make sense in the short term, it could backfire with DA voters who expected their party to remain a watchdog, not a bodyguard. Some analysts even suggest this could alienate DA supporters who already feel uneasy about the party's partnership with the ANC. But from another angle, this could be the DA's attempt to demonstrate that it can govern responsibly. For years, critics said the DA was too focused on criticism without offering real solutions. Now, by standing with Ramaphosa, the party can argue that it's acting like a grown-up in the room, prioritizing the country over political points. Of course, that's a generous interpretation. The less flattering one is that the DA has simply joined the establishment it once vowed to challenge. And while Helen Zille insists that this isn't about protecting Ramaphosa, the optics say otherwise. After all, defending a president accused of concealing foreign currency isn't exactly what voters expect from a party that brands itself as the champion of clean governance. The irony is thick enough to slice with a butter knife. What's even more fascinating is how quiet the presidency has been about all this. No official statement yet, but sources close to Ramaphosa say he has welcomed the DA's support as a sign of political maturity. You can almost imagine him smiling quietly, knowing that the same people who once wanted him impeached are now shielding him from political fire. Now, let's not forget that politics is often about timing and trade-offs. Ramaphosa's survival depends on maintaining a stable GNU. The DA's survival depends on proving that it can work within that system without losing its identity. Both sides are taking calculated risks, and South Africans are left wondering whether these alliances are really about serving the people, or simply preserving power. The big question is, how long can this unlikely marriage last? The GNU is already under strain, with constant disagreements over policy direction, appointments, and leadership style. If the DA keeps defending the ANC's top brass, will its supporters still trust it come the next election? Or will this be remembered as the moment when the DA crossed the line from opposition to accommodation? In the end, this story is a reminder that South African politics never stays still for long. Yesterday's rival can become today's ally, and today's ally can become tomorrow's enemy. For now, Helen Zille and the DA have chosen the path of stability, but in politics, stability often comes at a price. Whether that price is worth paying will depend on how the GNU performs and how voters respond to this new chapter in our democracy. So what do you think? Is the DA showing maturity by defending Ramaphosa for the sake of the nation, or is this just another example of politicians putting self-interest above principle? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into South Africa's political power plays. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay curious. See you next time.